the frantic packing of the gate while the son or daughter was out on the track doing their sight lap is over. You can see those Husqvarnas jockeying for position. Perhaps Vincent Way with the whole shot. It was the 27 way back on the bike, putting all the pressure down on that rear tire for the moment. What happened?
Way back.
Must have went down. Way was out front. So Vincent Way had the whole shot, and they credited the number 27 of having the whole shot, but he has since had some problems here.
Vincent Way having some problems in the first moto here of Mini Senior 1 as well.
I think it's Dakota Baker maybe on that 65 out front. There it is. There's the 26 of Carson Wood on the Kawasaki. Oh man, it's chaos here in the off the side of the 10 Commandments, just before the 10 Commandments. Getting a little rowdy here in this Mini Senior 1, 12-14.
And guys, Ethica just told us to let you know that they are open back up and are running some rainy day special. So head on over there and get yourself a deal at the Ethica tent.
There's Vincent Way just now hitting the 10 Commandments. He has the entire field in front of him. So Vincent Way has a load of work to do. He had a great start. I don't know if he got caught off into some of that muck and handed it off to the rest of the gang here in the Mini Senior 1, 12-14. Leaders about to hit the stretch right beside the announcer's tower. The number 95, we got a good view of him, and that is Brody Moss. Nope, that's Cole Blecka. Cole finished third in that first moto, the 95. And around the big sweeper, waiting for this thing to populate here. Really tough to see the numbers, obviously. Mom and Dad at home like, I know who that is, Dakota Baker, your leader. It is not Vincent Way in second. He's going to continue to bounce down this board here. Cole Blecka, the 95, the rider we saw earlier. Carson Wood, the green Kawasaki. Lasar. So it's funny, man. The top guys have made it through the gauntlet of the first lap. Lasar on that number 11 machine. He finished top 10. He was fifth.
Jace Wolf, our leader from the last race for this Mini Senior 1 class, is now in 7th.
It's not bad, man. It could be a whole lot worse considering all of this mud.
And Kevin, that's what we talked about all week. If your bad moto is something like a 7th, you're still in the running.
You got to back it up with a first or a second. Man, really easy to pick up that green Kawasaki in a sea of KTMs out there. The 95, Cole Blecka, going through those 10 Commandments, trying to track down our leader, Dakota Baker. Carson Wood still hanging in there in third. Lasar trying to close in. There's Wood feet out on the 26 machine. Lasar a bigger kid, and that may pay dividends in the mud anyway.
Yeah, he had the whole shot. And then just from 10 feet.
So that's what you're watching. Wood, Lasar, and Austin Camden. All these kids players in the first moto. So very unusual, except for Vincent Way. We'll try to keep track with where Vincent came through, but he came through in 36th place in that first lap, so you know he is getting busy right now. There's Wood still fighting off Lasar, actually pulling away just a bit. The media guys all kind of making their way out here. Flip-flop's not a solid choice.
And I believe that's the number 95 of Blecka.
Yep, you are right. Riders continuing to fly past. There is Jonathan Getz on the 22 machine. Jonathan, one of the only riders that we haven't really talked about, but he's inside the top 10 now.
Well, it was wild right there, Vincent Way.
He had a great start.
Unbelievable start, and then I didn't see it, but asked Jason Cran there, Verb, they got the shot. I mean, he just washed the front end, and then both wheels just came into turn one too hot, and that takes him from first to
36.
worst. And now 36th place trying to mount a comeback. So this class is pretty wild as far as the math is concerned right now.
Yeah, all the players, though, they all, with the exception of Vincent Way, I think 8 of the top 10 are inside the top 10 now. With muddy conditions and all the variables, that throws it, guys. I'm really shocked. There's the 95 of Blecka, who went down. We watched him picking his motorcycle up. That is the 13 of Jace Wolf directly in front of him. Carson Wood will be the benefactor there as he moves up to the number 2 spot. Lasar picks up a spot in third. Camden fourth. Blecka slips back to number 5. Yeah, DeFino with a 2:17 that first time around. Yeah, that was his first lap, so that's when things become a little more realistic. A 2:21, though, is the best you can do right now. A 2:21 by Dakota Baker out front. Got himself a 9-second lead. The readers are where it's at. Jump in the game, bro. Yeah, you know it's nice.
No, man, I'm too young.
Oh, it's a reverse.
I cannot see. I tried to put Kevin's reading glasses on, and I'm just too young, man. They don't work for me, man. They would look horrible.
Look at your top. That's second, third, fourth, and fifth through the 10 commandments. Wood on the Kawasaki. He's going to have to deal with Lassar, Camden, and Blecka. Man, the 221 is strong. Wood that's past. Lassar will get around Carson Wood on the inside.
And speaking of fast lap times here, I'm looking towards the backside of the top 10, and Caleb Wood running a 2:23 back there in 9th. Last time I saw him, he was sitting just about 14th or 15th, so one of those GNCC riders taking the most of the wet conditions right now.
Well, look at the three guys that were in the hunt. You've got, like you said, Caleb Woods passed 4 riders, and then passing 11 riders is Brody Barth in 2 laps. He's come from way back in the 30s now to climb just inside the top 20, so killer boots, man. Brody Barth trying to attack this top 15 now, but we are watching Carson Wood attack Colby Lassar.
Kira, we talked about it all day yesterday, the deep ruts as far as they were grabbing riders, but here we see they're still got plenty of ruts, but now they're almost zigzagging across the track, not really going one direction.
Oh yeah, they've definitely gotten worse, I would say, because of the rain and the weather conditions we had this morning. Kids' bikes are just getting completely stuck in the ruts. They're having to get off their bikes and pull them out, and it's a mud fest out here, that's for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. I know in that last race we were both watching out the window as one rider got stuck in the same corner 3 times, and so especially for these smaller wheeled bikes here in Mini Senior, even some of these bikes going to struggle to get through these thick sections.
Baker drops another great lap time, a 2:20. So he turned a 2:21 last time, 2:20 this time, about 4 seconds quicker than anyone else except for your guy, Caleb Wood, who has passed 7 riders now. Wood now up to the number 6 spot. So Wood is on the move.
And let me just give you a heads up here. We talk about Canyon Richards in the Super Mini class. I have seen Caleb Wood beat Canyon Richards, and so we know he is more than capable of doing it, and he likes the wet conditions. So be on the lookout for the number 41 knocking on that top 5.
Vincent Way unable to really make any movement back there. He was in 36th a lap ago. Now he's in 34th, so not sure if he had another problem on that lap. Carson Wood is just getting it from Austin Camden now. Or is that Colby Lassar?
That is.
Has he gotten
Woods
around him? Woods got back around Colby Lassar. What is up with this Kawasaki? Why is it so much cleaner than every other motorcycle? I don't understand that. He has been in the same battles getting roosted by the same mud. Did they spray some SC1 or whatever that stuff is?
Exactly.
I mean, that's unbelievable. There's the gas of Austin Camden. Or is that Cole Blecka? No, that's Camden. Ryan Holiday with a secret slippery substance on Carson Wood's motorcycle. I feel like the track is actually getting a little bit better. The more these guys ride on it, the wind, maybe if the sun comes out, if we get lucky enough to say that.
And while it may help dry it up a little bit, we talk about certain kinds of mud. You've almost got mud you can push through. You can, even if the rut starts to zigzag across, you can just push forward. Once it starts drying up, it'll hold its composure a little bit better, start tossing riders over. And so as the track dries up, it's going to present some new challenges as well.
Yeah, it's going to get heavier and stick to your motorcycle, weigh it down. Here comes Carson Wood. I think it's just easy to follow him if you're a cameraman. You're like, I'm just going to stick it on this guy. I can find this guy. It's easy. There's not a lot of Kawasaki's. In fact, he is the only Kawasaki in this field. We're going to go with that. Almost turns that front end all the way down to the ground by the billboards. There we go with Carson Wood. Out of Florida, man. He can ride the mud stuff pretty decent. He's kind of pulled back away from Colby Lassar. Unfortunately, he's got 13 seconds to go to catch up with Baker. You guys can see it on your screen. You've got your top 10. Baker, Wood, Lasar, Camden, Blecka. Balacina is rolling. Caleb Wood is 7th. DePino is 8th. Michael Gerda, the 5th. And Jonathan Getz. Bill Savino. Get a shot of your daughter there. Bill Savino's daughter up here, one of the apprentices. Yeah, let's get the action shot of her calling the Weech. There you go, with her. Doing work with her. How about that? Beautiful.
One rider going off track there. I believe that might have been Lazar. And it was.
So how about that, Jackson? A mistake there from Lasar. Not what we are accustomed of seeing, even in this race. Right here, the number 11 has been super strong.
So that's going to grant the number 19 of Austin Camden that 3rd place position.
And what could be a quick tip over in dry conditions turns into be a major incident here in this mud. Like we said, it's kind of thick, grabbing the riders and making it really difficult to get the bikes unstuck from this soil.
So this is wild. We knew the mud race was going to cause some crazy math. Looking through the sheets here, you've seen that our Moto winners potentially not consistent here, Tara.
No, our leader from last Moto, Jace Wolf, number 13, is currently sitting in 24th right now.
Oh.
And our leader of this race, Dakota Baker, on the number 65, was 15th in the first Moto. So
Carson Wood has to be a favorite here in terms of points. He got a 5th, I believe, in the first Moto. Top 5, right? Number 26. Fourth,
he
so a
finished
4,
fourth in
4,
the
2.
first Moto.
Man,
8th.
Oh,
8th. Way was 4th, yeah. Carson
Okay.
Wood 8th. Oh, man. So who is actually looking good in this class? Where's Colby Lasar? Look up the number 11 there and see what he did in Moto 1. He is in 3rd here.
Blecka was in the mix. Kane Balacina was in the mix.
So what do you got for...
Lasar finished 5th in the first Moto.
So that would be 8 points for him. Okay, Austin Camden, the number 19. Where did he end up?
10th in the first.
What is going on in this class?
this one is up in the air.
All right, next up, Cole Blecka running 5th. Where is he on the 95? What was he in Moto 1? That might be our guy to lead the points right now.
Cole Blecka was in 3rd, so I believe.
That's like a tie.
Yeah.
We got 2 riders with 8 points. So when we get into that final Moto, I mean, someone getting a 5th instead of a 7th could end up making the difference in this one. Tough one for Dakota Baker. I got to head down to the podium here because we got 2.5 minutes to go, but way back in Moto 1, title might be out of reach for him, but still looking for a gold. So there, you got the math part dialed. Good luck, though, when we do 3 motos. It's going to get even crazier.
So Kira Benson Way going to gain 5 spots that last time around. He has passed 13 people in total in this race. And shout out to Brody Barth there in the 15th place position there on the number 16 KTM. He has passed 18 people here in this moto to get himself up in that 15th place.
Way is running a 2:25.3 lap time, so he should be making up time on all the riders and moving his way through the pack.
And that's impressive to see Way still able to run that fast of a lap time deep in traffic. We know he's probably got some lap traffic as well as a group of riders right in front of him.
And Zach, we say it all the time, how much it slows you down when you start battling with those riders. So like you're saying, quite the feat he has been able to do here.
And Kira, just like we were talking about yesterday, the number 27, aggressive on that motorcycle. He makes the passes happen when he catches up to the riders in front of him.
Oh yeah, definitely. He just moved up to 21st now.
So there we go. Vincent Way still on the move. The number 27 not giving up yet. And that's a testament to the character there. We know Vincent's had some good results in other classes. I suppose you could pull off. Hey, you were down in the first turn. Doesn't look like you're going to have a solid or as solid of a result as you would like to have. But number 27, not giving up. He's going to ride this thing all the way to the checkers.
He definitely is, and we've seen that from him in all the other motos he's raced this weekend too. I think he went down in one of his ones yesterday, and he made his way back through the pack and finished, I want to say, on the podium.
Yeah, I believe he was able to come back to a podium spot there. So a lot of heart coming from the number 27, Vincent Way.
Having a little bit of issues in Moto 1 and Mini Senior 1 as well.
And we talk about it all the time out here at Loretta's. It's not a question of if you're going to make the mistake, but what that mistake is and how you're able to respond to it, because it seems like at some point throughout the week, everybody has some kind of issue.
And Kira, you'll see some rags hanging out of some of these riders. That is so that they can pull those rags during the moto, wipe their hands off, get that grip. If they go down, their grips get covered in mud, and it makes it very hard, very slippery. So the rags will come in handy for these riders.
Definitely, and I've even seen some kids taking their goggles off halfway through the moto because I'm sure they ran out of tear off. So.
Yeah.
It's also you can throw in the towel if you just want to quit. You just throw that thing down, and that's what I'm used to that.
Another trick of the trade is
put how to quit professionally with honor.
You'll see some of these riders also with that extended visor try to put that head down, keep those goggles clean so that you don't run out of tear-offs out here, because that is a bad spot to be in with no goggles.
Yeah, everybody knows there's all those old tricks, you know, sticking the foam everywhere, the spraying the bike down. There's a tire selection that comes into play. Extra pair of goggles, sometimes you keep those with you. Another motor on your back. Perhaps you throw that in the backpack, race with an extra motor. Slap that on there.
So on screen we see the number 65 of Dakota Baker. That is your leader. He had about a 21-second lead last time around.
Not far behind him in second place is Carson Wood. In third behind him we have Austin Camden. In fourth, Colby Lassar. And then rounding out our top 5, we have the number 95 of Cole Blecka.
I mean, KTM strong in this class. Look at all the orange on our screen here. They absolutely dominate the entries in this class. Sprinkled in are a few Husqvarnas and Gas, and I believe one lone Yamaha, one Kawasaki. One Kawasaki, one Yamaha.
The Kawasaki's doing pretty well in second.
Ryan Holiday picked the right one for this one. Carson Wood, I believe out of Zephyr Hills, Florida. Top 10 finisher in our first moto, so we've got some math to do. We'll worry about that in that third moto. Thankfully, this computer does it all for us real time, as the 2-lap board is already out and the checker flag is out as well. Baker's already come through. That's how behind the times we are. Dakota Baker will grab that win on the 65. And this is going to be a wild one to try to figure out for the final, their third and final moto, man. The mud moto, man, it's going to be the X factor here. And this is where the track starts getting a little heavier, a little thicker. The 10 Commandments now are rutted out in all the lower spots there. So
in second, we have Carson Wood finishing out this moto. In third, we have Austin Camden.
Still waiting for Colby Lassar to come through. Officially in fourth. And there's Blecka, Wood.
And as we get a look at our top 6 there before we send it down to Jason Wygant, I want to bring in Sean Smith here with Arena Cross. We were talking about it earlier. I don't think you've ever had an Arena Cross race flooded out quite like this, have you?
We've never had one flooded out. We did have one in California in 2018 under the rain. It was a mutter, but we've never had one canceled.
So you guys have got something figured out here. Mother Nature throwing us a curveball today. But why don't you tell us what you guys have got going on with AMA Arena Cross? I know you've had so much exciting news coming out within the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've dropped our schedule the last couple of weeks, which has been pretty exciting for us. And it's an exciting event because just like here, we can get an AMA #1 plate. There's 2 national titles. There's here at Loretta's, and then the Arena Cross is a national #1 plate, which is really exciting. And this year we've changed our format around, so our national championship is going to be in January in Oklahoma, Guthrie, Oklahoma, and it's going to be a one-time event, so you can come for one race in Oklahoma and win a national championship. And it's even cooler, we've got 14 rounds that the pros are going to race. We race everywhere from, we're going to be in Boise, Idaho, to Daytona Beach.
Fayetteville, North Carolina, that's my home race.
Fayetteville, North Carolina, Daytona Beach during Bike Week. We're going to Las Vegas for our finals. You need to come. It's going to be a big party afterwards.
I was about to say, you're telling me you've got racing going on at Daytona during Daytona Bike Week. What more can you ask for?
We're gonna kick off Daytona Bike Week. You can race with us on Thursday, watch the Arena Cross on Friday, watch Supercross on Saturday, and race with Ricky Carmichael on Sunday, Monday.
Be there or be square, basically, is what we're saying.
That's right. And I guarantee we won't get rained out on that Thursday or Friday.
So we know Thursday's not going to get rained out. Well, that is awesome, Sean. So glad to have you up here in the tower. Jason, we're going to send it down to you on the podium.
Yeah, thanks. Check out Arena Cross, everybody. That's a great way to get through when you have conditions like this, not having any rain races, as they say. But it didn't bother this guy at all. They are elated down here. Dakota Baker, a moto win at Loretta's. Is this you, or is this mud? Do you love mud, or does this work out, man? How did it go for you?
Oh, dude, the track was sick. Dude, I live in Indiana. It rains like twice a week. The track's always like this, so yeah.
Oh, man. So when you knew you were going to have a mud moto, you were pumped.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Man. What's it like? You got a gold medal at Loretta's, man.
Dude, it's unbelievable. I did not think I'd ever be up here, man. It just means the world to me.
Awesome. Who do you want to thank, Dakota?
I'd like to thank Chad Watts for everything, man. He tore my bike down to the frame last night, rebuilt it. Just thank you so much. I thank my mom, my dad, the man up above for keeping me safe. Spikes, Moto, Factory Connection, SSR Training Facility, DQ, or Chad Watts. And yeah, everybody else you got. Thank you so much.
Dakota Baker, a moto winner. at Loretta Lynn's. That's awesome. I mean, they are ecstatic down here. This championship is absolutely nuts. You can go clean up, chill out, whatever we define it in muddy conditions. I don't even know, as far as the title is concerned, where we're going to end up here. Second place in the Moto goes to Carson Wood. He's one of the many contenders. Our first Moto winner, rough race. Our second Moto winner, rough. First Moto. So who knows how it's going to turn out in Moto 3. Come on up, and we will hand out the silver to Carson Wood. Well, you held steady. You're in some battles. Obviously, the conditions are tough. How'd it go?
It went good. I got a good start. I pulled the whole shot, but wait, no, I didn't. I got like third, but I went into the 10 Commandments and I messed up, and then I got passed. But I made the pass up to second and just rode from there.
Moto 1, were you eighth? Eighth Moto 1?
Yes.
You might still be able to win this title. Can you believe that? 8-2 with the way it's turned out. Who knows, man, right?
Oh yeah, I hope so.
All right. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, Monster Energy, Kawasaki Pro Circuit, Nick, my mom, Ethica, Renthal, Dunlop, Fox, Oakley, and God for keeping me safe. Thank you.
All right, Carson Wood, everybody, your runner-up. In this mini senior class, I got Austin Camden third, and if Vincent Way's around, we'll give him the whole shot award. Tough break for V-Way there in that one, but where's Austin Camden to hand out the bronze? Camden ends up third in this one. Again, championship is wide open in this division. Where's our third place finisher, Austin Camden? I've got the bronze for him. Behind me, meanwhile, looks like a couple of riders did choose to take their sight lap, and we'll see if that pays off for them. So we got a couple riders out on a sight lap on the big bikes. Looking for third place, Austin Camden, and also Vincent Way, who has our Stasic Whole Shot Award. Unfortunately, Vincent went down right after got the whole shot. We needed an organizer down there to help make things happen, and we got one. Appreciate that. All right, who knows who's going to win the title in this mini senior division? Third place, those points could loom large for Austin Camden. Well, good job. What were the conditions like?
It was very slick.
Yeah. Were you able to stay up the whole time, or did you have some issues?
I stayed up the whole time, but my start was really bad.
Oh, so you had to make passes to get to third in the mud? That's pretty tough.
Yeah, I came from like 30th.
Where'd you do in Moto 1?
I think 10th. I got a bad start and crashed.
Who knows, man? You could still win this thing. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, my sister, all my old trainers. Shannon.
These would take a lot out of you. Okay, keep going. Yep.
Shannon Ide, Daniel Blair, Jeff, Jessica Patterson, 100%, 60, Mun Racing, ODI, and everyone else I forgot. Thank you.
Austin Camden, everyone, taking third. Good job, Austin. If Vincent Way is around, thank you, Austin. You're good. We will hand out the Stasic Whole Shot Award. Tough break for Vincent Way. Got the whole shot and then went down right after that in turn one. I don't know if we'll get Vincent on up here. So there it is, Stasic Whole Shot Award. We'll hand it to him. Good job, Vincent Way, to get that start. And I'll send it back up to the tower.